Hello, good morning, afternoon, or evening. My name is Diego Alejandro Coronado Terán, and I did not participate in the Imagine Dragons concert activity. This is solely and primarily because last year I was studying electronics. I went it changing majors. I received instruction to make a video about it. However, perhaps is if it hadn't so shy or timid, I would have participated in the activity since I enjoy listening to English music online.
Presented the final evaluation with strict rules. In this context, if a student films inside the institution, the project is automatically disqualified. She used several imperatives to define the task: sing, record, and enjoy. I realized that if I apply the knowledge from my previous podcast, my pronunciation will improve significantly. The process was tricky. If I found a karaoke track with the correct tempo, the audio would sync perfectly with my vocals, but it was nowhere to be found. While I was recording, I struggled with the verse in the lyrics. If I weren't so shy, I would not stumble over the words during the chorus. I felt incredibly nervous. I thought if I record only short clips, the final edit will look choppy. I had to use a preposition to describe every roaming in my stage directions. While towards the camera, I knew that if you don't breathe properly before the take, your voice sounds shaky. If I had a professional studio, I would create a masterpiece, but I had to work with what I had. In the end, if you watch your own performance, you will feel a bit of cringe. However, I have finished the task, and if the teacher likes my creativity, I will get a 100% score.
Hello, my name is Nayrovis Fernández. This is the third time in Repeat English 2. Had personal promos and co-complete it with my horror group. The experience of making this video was very strange, but also fun, because to be honest, I'm not a fan of the Imagine Dragon. Trying to sing a song you don't like was a little stressful, but as we practiced more, we felt more confident. During the activity, the teacher explained three criteria and were analyzed the lyrics, grammatical categories, and varied tenses. However, I had a lot of fun recording the audio and video. One of my favorite memories was that after recording with my previous band, I traded the two hamburgers and the played video games. In short, it was a personal experience.
My name is Alejandro Rocha, and I participate in the Imagine Dragons concert activity. The main intention was to make a video changing and song analyzing its verb tense. I realized early on that if you sing in front of a camera, it is always embarrassing at first. Honestly, I felt shy in initiative because if I were completely comfortable with my classmate, I wouldn't feel so awkward. During the process, I thought if let my nerves win, I won't finish the pedal. I am not very good at English pronunciation, and I know that if a person does protection, they don't improve it. Therefore, I pushed through. I know perfectly well taught. If I didn't do the activity, I would deeply regret it later. As we kept recording, I started to relax. I told myself, I'll focus on the music, I will forget my anxiety. I'd work it and the end. I felt at hook, relief. I learned that if you face your fears and always feel proud of yourself or curve, it was a fun experience and I'm sure that if we watch the video tomorrow, we will we will love even more.
Hello, my name is Jharomy Tineo and I'm going to tell you about my experience with the concert. To begin, when we were attending the concert, my team was exhausted. Most of us quickly realized that if we already had a good grade, there was no need to do the concert. Take two. If we don't do it well, still pass the course. I didn't want to do it alone. I was embarrassed. At that moment, I too. If no one helps me, I won't do it either. If I had more support, I probably would have do it. Days went by, and if we didn't do it, we call it can it in. Thank you for your attention.
My name is Reyes, and I would like to briefly share my experience with the Imagine Dragon concert activity. From the moment the teacher assigned it, I made sure to review the requirement. As we moved forward as planned, I will help coordinate the video with my group members. Analyzing the song was the first step we should have to complete. We familiarized ourselves with the lyrics and the rhymes beforehand. Understanding each verse will have made performing the concert much easier. Once we were all in agreement, we planned to meet for our first rehearsal. However, if everyone have been able to attend, we will have finalized the meeting, but it never happened due to the industrial conflicts and some members' inability to show up. In the end, I didn't complete the activity due to personal reasons. Nevertheless, I feel it was a very creative idea for an English assignment. If I have the chance in the future, I would love to do it, even if it's just only for fun.
Hi everyone, my name is Paola Zambrano. I want to tell you about this Imagine Dragons activity. I am being honest, I was saying that and I fully enjoyed the practical parts of these days as truth is wise intelligent. Analyzing goal. The best part was analyzing the song goal and really like analyzing lyrics because they explored human value versus material science. Is an activity involves critical analysis. I wanna always enjoy it more because that is one of my strengths. The challenge, the concert part was the most difficulty. It's unlike the summer. Maybe I would have feel more motivated to sing it. I was the challenge activity is and hate to do similar things in the future. I would say do prepare my oral skin every more.
Hello, my name is Dionel Rojas, and I did not go to the Imagine Dragons concert because, honestly, I am going to concerts or singing. I really like the idea, but I don't know a king of enthusiasm for rock. And although Imagine Dragons is a band with very good songs, but when it comes to singing, then I pass.
So, good morning, good afternoon, good night. My name is Vickmel Suárez. I want to share my experience. Personally, I started to Imagine Dragons concert. Simpler state the unsuited musicality living street is suited Americanity and rock and roll and informal and concert and from moment and form the main and directed humor there everyone and the structure history never did down rainbows is present and your suit in the world like it to us and girl I want to I'm believer you like ranking and Gastuat shoot their mentality and concert and visuality and the shown and Godfather.